So one of the messages of Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy is this. The fact is, new stuff does not invalidate old stuff. This is a very important topic for the Star Wars fandom. I already talked about this in my Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy review, but I thought it deserves its own separate video. So a big part of the story is our main character Sig. He wants to restore the galaxy as he knows it, but because of the nature of the rules of of the Lego Star Wars with the cornerstone brick, he can secure the new galaxy, but he can never rebuild his old galaxy. And when he's given the opportunity, he's kind of forced to do so, but just his home planet is restored. It's just a pale imitation of what it was. There's no way of recreating his galaxy where he can experience it. The stories, though, still exist. He writes them down at the end because they still exist. They still mean something to him. And that's true in Star Wars. This is a big thing with Star Wars fandom. There are so many people who dislike new stuff because they think it invalidates the old stuff. There's other reasons people do it, but why I think the grifters who maybe target some more hateful, more bigotry aspects are able to spread the message is because for many fans, they're afraid. They're afraid the new stuff is going to invalidate their love of the old stuff, when that is not the case. I love a lot of the old legends. I mean, come on, the original Swan trilogy, absolute classic, and there's so much more. But just because there's new stuff does not mean the old stuff is gone. It's just there. We can still go back and enjoy it. It's not like Kathleen Kennedy's going to be knocking on your door saying, "Hey, you're reading the original Swan trilogy? No can do. Get rid of it." She's not going to do that. Now, Lucas might do that if you were watching the Star Wars Holiday Special, but that's because the Holiday Special is terrible. Fun, but terrible. But the thing is that just because there's new stuff does not invalidate the old stuff. You can enjoy both. And that's something as Star Wars fans we need to remember. I like the new stuff and the old stuff. Is there some old stuff that I don't like? Yes. Is there some new stuff I don't like? Yeah. That's the nature of storytelling. Sometimes there are things that just don't work for you. Things that you don't like personally. But that does not automatically make it bad. And that's a very common online messaging. Now, some people are able to properly articulate why they didn't like something. But so many people, I feel like it just boils down to, I don't like it, therefore it's terrible. And why don't they like it? Maybe it's because it's new. It's different than what they're used to. But you gotta remember, just because, and I've said this already in this video, new stuff does not invalidate old stuff. You can still enjoy your old Star Wars. You want to go put on the classic Star Wars Battlefront 2? I'm with you. That is some really great. Now, I gotta admit, going back to it after playing the new Star Wars Battlefront 2, very different experience with controls and all that. But the point is that the old stuff still exists. George Lucas, Kathleen Kennedy, Mickey Mouse are not coming around for Sledgehammer and destroying it. Lucas tried with the holiday special and they wouldn't let him. So, I think that alone tells you something. So, when are we going to get the holiday special on Disney Plus? Disney, get on it, cowards. Yes, I'm going to call Disney cowards until they get the original Star Wars holiday special on Disney Plus. Yeah, they're cowards if they don't put it up. Anyhow, the thing is that there's a lot of old Star Wars too. The old 2D classic vintage Star Wars cartoons with Ewoks and droids. Guess what? They're on Disney Plus. You can go watch them. Yes, they're not as good as like the Swan trilogy, but still, you want to read the Swan trilogy? Well, then, if you can't find it on Amazon, I'm sure your public library has it. And that's the thing is, those old stories still exist for us to enjoy. They're just not part of the same continuity, the same set of events as the new stories that we're getting. Just like for Sig, gotta get us back to Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy after all. Just like Sig, the events that he knows in his galaxy are still there. He knows them. He can share them with others. And the new stuff does not mean the old stuff was gone. It's not like a time travel story where our heroes have to go back and fix the past. No, it's a story where our hero has to accept that things are different now, but he can still share his stories because he liked telling the stories in his universe, the history of his universe. So now he can tell them as basically, in a sense, he's the equivalent of YouTubers who do alternate history scenarios. Just, better because he's based them on real stories that actually happened in universe but not in the galaxy, if that makes sense. Anyhow, I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this. I know some of you might disagree with me, but that's all right. We can disagree, but we should always be civil about our disagreements and understand that just because I like something doesn't mean you have to, and just because you like something doesn't mean I have to. Anyhow, may the force be with you always. Thank you for watching my video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give this video a like and share. Also, consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date on all my latest content. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. May the force be with you always.